Day 2 of Pen to Paper Ireland 2026 started at Armada House with breakfast, packed lunches, and a group of authors ready for an Irish adventure. Today was our first full excursion day, and it gave us everything we had hoped for: scenery, history, movement, conversation, and a whole lot of story. After breakfast, we loaded up and headed to Doolin, where we caught the ferry to Inisheer Island, the smallest of the Aran Islands. The ferry ride gave us our first real taste of the day: blue water, open sky, and that feeling you get when you're leaving the mainland behind and heading somewhere that feels almost untouched by time. When we arrived on Inisheer, the island welcomed us with sunshine, stone walls, sea air, and electric bicycles. We began exploring the island the best way possible, slowly enough to notice what was all around us. Stone roads, crashing waves, green fields, old walls, quiet paths. Every turn gave us something worth stopping for. One of the highlights was visiting the Plassey shipwreck, resting along the rocky shoreline. It was massive, weathered, and unforgettable. For writers, places like this do something to your imagination. You don't just see a shipwreck. You start asking questions. Who was on it? What happened here? What stories are still sitting in these stones, this rust, and this coastline? And that was the real gift of today. Everywhere we went, Ireland gave us material. We visited old stone ruins, walked through places that carried centuries of history, and stood in quiet places where the past felt close. At one stop, we gathered inside a dark stone room while our guide shared the history of the site. It was quiet, simple, and powerful. That is one of the things this retreat keeps reminding us. Stories are everywhere. We also shared lunch together on the island, which gave everyone a chance to rest, talk, laugh, and take in what we had already experienced. These are the moments that make pen to paper more than a writing retreat. After our time on Inisheer, we took the ferry back toward Doolin, then made one more memorable stop at the Cliffs of Moher. The cliffs gave us one of those views that almost makes conversation unnecessary. The wind, the height, the water, the scale of it all. It was a reminder that great writing often begins with paying attention. We ended the day back at the Armada Hotel with dinner at the Ocean Bar Bistro. Around the table, you could feel it. People were tired, grateful, and full of new ideas. This is Pen to Paper Ireland 2026 with Scriptor Publishing Group.